E for MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. And it is about 11 o'clock, not quite, on Friday, the 12th of June, 2020. And this was a chart I had looked at, paid for sure at 38. That's about a 50-pointer off the top. Anything we get coming down here, I said within the next half hour, we'll know which side gets messed up. If we continue it with the IB breakdown, obviously we want the half gap. Thought supportive. If we cannot hold it, then we're coming lower into this box. This is a 2-day range. And that 88 to 92 that I've showed you why I thought that was resistance. This is a good backup of the reason why I thought that was possible. And now it's up to the longs to try to hold, obviously, this 25 area. Very, very important area to hold. And don't forget, that was our month open. And so today will be a very challenging day because you're going to get squeezed. And then the question is, do the generals bring it back or not? Obviously, generals brought it back when they stalled at that 88. And this is the best we can do, is to hope that we get the trade right and then take something out of the market. Trying to keep your emotions in check and make it about objective ideas and not just, and that's taken a long time for me to do. You know, in the early days, you get hyper emotional, and now you just try to have a running conversation with yourself, and you don't, it's not about any one trade. You know, over time, it's about a series of trades. All right, 25 is assumed support at this point. Making sure you take profits if you're short. I've got 11 o'clock-ish coming. This is a very important chart right now. It's not just about moving averages, and it's about finding different ranges that make sense. Here's that ribbon I told you about yesterday. Let me grab that one. Bingo, bingo, and bingo. These lows right in here obviously support lows that need to hold. One of the squeeze pivots identified early this morning. It's 27 to 25. We said it should be a big area. Don't want to see that violated if you're if you love the long side. Generals have definitely decided that today is a morning after trend day without any guarantee of taking out anything. I said I thought morning after trend day today would not take out the lows. I would be very surprised if we did. In fact, even if we close the gap, I would be surprised. And I've been surprised before, but you know what? You take pieces of the move, you're grateful for it, and then you know you're going to leave chips on the table. You can always get back in. Paid for sure. You can see the double right here that needs to hold. We get down through that, then obviously the next targets become this 20 area. Not a bad morning. Actually better than I thought would get. Rejected this box, which by now you guys should be able to decipher. And 25 and a quarter. Payday right there. If you are smart, get something. Trailers, up to you. Well, we can see the relationships that we have been working off of. I look at several different things just to try to give me an edge where I think things might stall. Proportions I want to be aware of. Three-day range. Just manage your stops. Don't give back 7 or 8 to make 2 more. And here's our 2-day range. You know, all of these, I look at all of these pre-market. Takes me a while, usually about a half an hour to get my head around things. Try to identify zones that I think are going to be in play. So based on a 2-day range, I already know the zone I'm thinking about for resistance, support. And now I'll adjust and say, okay, long as you got to hold no. Now, if you don't hold now, you're in trouble. So this is now our fighting range. Know where that 45 area came in here. And this is where traders get themselves in trouble because they don't wait that little bit at the open and get a better edge. Okay, better edge. Instead of getting stopped out and then going and getting a cup of coffee, you give yourself that edge. You give yourself permission to say, let's see if they'll take it up here. And then you got the better edge. Gap is 1175 or 12 area. Risk and reward will start to come into the picture now. Thank you, Zeke. This is the way a morning after trend day should behave. I wasn't sure we were going to get it, truthfully. Especially after this type of a move. So the key was that the generals all agreed they want short. Instead of coming back, you got traders that want to way up here. You don't know until it gets started. And that's why I say you can jump in anytime and just put a tight stop. We're about a point or two away from the gap. 1175, 12. Gap area. Good trade if you got it. Traders got themselves in trouble today if they tried to think that they were just going to scoop back up. I said I thought that it would be an inside day. Doesn't have to be. But the fact that the morning trade by 11 o'clock we're already back to the gap does not speak well for the longs. Bingo. Pocket. Pocket and lock it. Great trade. Anybody got the gap. Half gap was our hope for trade. Assume support. If we beat it, then we know that we can come down and tackle the next zone and then the gap. Gap is closed. Let's go quickly take one more look at a angels and demons chart. I've got that 12 as our angel today. Tight stop if you are buying, and in the buy is simply because it's profit taking, not because it's going to come out the top, in my opinion. I think this deep a pullback suggests that probably the high is in. There's a 10-minute chart, but it's set for 3. Two-way day, we suggested best trades short are done. Be grateful for what you got if you were able to take out that middle zone and then come down and close the gap. No hero day. So this tells me for now, we still have a neutral type day, but it does tell me that the generals have said, no, you're not ready to come back up here and do some damage. And quick peek back here. That was our 5. Obviously, once we broke this initial support area that we had talked about up in here, that 68. Once that broke, then we got the knife south side. I'm going to put this back on to something like the 15. And 30. $60 chart. Remember we said yesterday, had to wait for this to cross over. So the 60 was the one that came in play today. Right there, you can see it. You know, if you had a good day yesterday, a good day today, why would you hope for another day like yesterday? I can't see that happening, as I said, but if it does, it does. Spread your trades out. This is a reactionary bounce, obviously. $20-point bounce already.